will dwell on the coast of the seas. He will live near the harbor and the ships. Rashi says, Matzui Tamid, he will always be near the water. Rashi goes on to explain that Zvulun's bracha from Yaakov puts him in a position of partnership with Yisachar. Zvulun is out there at the head of the commerce, making money, and he is going to bring in that money and use it to support Yisachar. And he therefore gets half of the schar of Yisachar. Why did the Torah emphasize the mayim here, that he's constantly next to the water? I mean, really it symbolically should refer to anyone who's out there making a parnasa and he's supporting the Talmidei Chacham. The Gemara tells us in Brachos that Rabbi Akiva was teaching Torah publicly and violating the Gzera of the Romans. And they asked him, how could you do such a thing? He gave the famous mashal of the fox who says to the fish in the sea, come out and live with us on land. And the fish say, what are you, wise? You're not so wise. What would be a fish out of water? He would die. And this was a mashal for Torah, because Torah is mayim, ein mayim ela Torah. It's so critical that Zvulun constantly be connected to the water. Because when a person goes out there in the world and he works in the marketplace, he can very often lose focus of his goal and his agenda. He needs a constant reminder. What are the reminders that could make sure that Zvulun will never forget that he is there in a broader picture as a partner with Yisachar? First of all, he should send his children to yeshivas, have them study Torah and support them. Secondly, he should give tzedakah. And that connects him to the Lomdei Torah, because he will earmark some of his money for those who are dedicated to the study of Torah. Beyond that, he's constantly involved with Talmidei Chacham, rubbing shoulders with them, having contact with them. And above and beyond that, he is always davening together with the Lomdei Torah, and he is constantly connected with them. And on top of that, he will himself be studying Torah. He dedicates himself to the study of Torah. Yiratzon may it be his will that we can produce the offspring, the descendants of Zvulun, who will be constantly next to the water, the mayim of Torah. They can always be connected. And even when they're at workplaces, their focus and their interaction and their connection is with Torah. And if we raise such a generation of Yisachar and Zvulun, then that great partnership will bring about, in Mirz Hashem, the ultimate end of days, the Geula Shlema V'Mheir V'Yameinu. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.